Hey guys, I just wanted to pop on here because I have something that I hadn't planned for, but I thought would be a really powerful video to make. I'm not even what I consider myself to be camera ready. I haven't done my hair. I just got back from a long hike and my kitchen isn't as clean as I would like to typically show you because I don't always have a clean kitchen. But this is a moment, and this video is completely unscripted and completely unplanned. I just looked at my sourdough starter and I thought there would be so much to talk about and to unpack and such a powerful lesson for you that I wanted to just seize the moment and do it. So here I am. What happened? Yesterday I recorded a video. I started recording a video and I needed a sourdough starter for it. I'm not going to tell you exactly which video it is. If you ask me really nice in the comments, I might reveal it, but I haven't decided yet. But you can try. So I needed my sourdough starter, and typically I put a bunch of flour in it and put in the refrigerator. This is the method that I teach, and I have a popular video that I'm linking up here. This time around I didn't do that, which I often also do because I kind of switch my methods back and forth. So for you who are wondering, do you always do that? No, I kind of do both. And I just put my sourdough starter, the little bit that I had left, in the fridge. And when I pulled it out yesterday morning, it had some hooch on it, which is not unusual. It just can happen. Typically we say the sourdough starter is hungry. Basically it's an over fermentation and we have more certain bacteria that we don't want. So we need to feed it and prop up the good bacteria that we want. No big deal. I thought I'd just feed it with some flour and some water. And then I wanted to record the video in the afternoon. I thought, okay, I need to speed up this process here a little bit. I still had time, but I'll put it in my kitchen windowsill. And my kitchen windowsill is really sunny. And then I thought, you know what, let's do a really good thing. And let's actually put it in the Sour House Goldie, which I also talk about and which I really like, because in a cold kitchen or in the winter, you can create a consistent, ideal temperature for your sourdough starter. So I put it in the Sour House Goldie, put the glass cloche on it, and then after some hours, I got myself all ready and got everything set up for the video. I looked at it and I thought, it's really not doing what I needed to do to become really active so I can use it in my video. And so I did something that I don't normally do. Actually, it's the first time I did that, but I cheated. I cheated in that I added just a little bit of commercial yeast to make sure that I get a good rise out of what I was baking. And then I went on with my video, but it just still sat with me like, okay, so this wasn't really, okay, so what happened? And then last night I had a little bit of sourdough starter left. I put some more flour and water on it and set it back in my kitchen windowsill overnight. So overnight it's cool. It's still beginning of September. It's still kind of warm. It's not really cold, but it's not the ideal temperature for a sourdough starter. And this morning I looked at it, and this is when I got this idea to make this video. Like I said, completely unplanned, completely unscripted. I don't know how it's going to continue because this is real time. So I'm recording this, and then I'm going to do a part 2 in which, it's the same video, but I'm going to show you later in the video how this is all turning out. And then I will also talk about my learning experiences here, because this is really the most important message of this video is don't see it as a failure. I'm not seeing it as a failure. I'm seeing it as a powerful learning experience, which is what I'm trying to always see it as, and which I'm telling you, don't think of it as a failure. Ask yourself why, assess, and that is the best teaching moment that you can ever get and have. So now I'm seeing some bubbles here. I'm seeing very small bubbles, and I'm very encouraged. Now, what do I think what happened? First of all, the most important lesson for me as a YouTuber with a channel is don't leave making the video to the last moment. And I usually know this. I usually don't do this. Yesterday I did because I feel so comfortable with my sourdough starter and I'm so confident with it, the method, that I thought I'll pull this off. But again, this was a very powerful reminder that don't leave your things until the last moment. So for you guys, that might be, don't wait with your sourdough starter until the day before you actually need to bake a bunch of loaves for somebody or before Thanksgiving. Actually make sure that you have an active sourdough starter a few days before, so you give yourself a little bit leeway. And then the next thing is that maybe I did too much of a good thing, which can be a bad thing. And that was putting the sourdough starter not just in the warm windowsill, but also in my Sour House Goldie. So it got heat or warmth from the bottom, and it really was sort of cooking under the glass cloche because the warmth has nowhere to go. And when I took it out, I thought it was actually pretty warm. Now, I don't think I completely cooked it to the point where it's dead, but I think I killed some of the bacteria. Poor things. I feel really bad for them. But I don't think I killed all of it because I do see bubbles. So I'm gonna continue watching it throughout the rest of the day, put it back in the warm spot, not in the Sour House Goldie, I'll leave that for cool days, and just keep on watching it. Maybe I need to do a discarding, and this is really funny coming from me and very ironic because usually I say that you don't need to discard, but I may have to, because if I actually killed some of my starter, I may have to get rid of it and prop up the good bacteria that I want to cultivate and grow. And then I will do the second part of this video and show you. So I have no idea how this is going to go at this point that I'm recording it. Like I said, it's live, it's raw, it's real. It's a day in the life of Anya. And I'm myself really curious, but here we are. And this is an experiment, and we're always here to learn and upgrade and move on. As promised, here we are several hours later. It's in the evening, and I wanted to show you what happened. As I said, I had no idea what would happen. This was a total experiment for myself, and I would have shown you whatever I found. However, I am pretty happy. I feel good about my sourdough starter again, and I think this is a testament to sourdough starters actually being pretty resilient. It has nice bubbles. I don't know if you remember from earlier in the video how much water and flour I added, but it did rise quite a bit. It has not quite the sour smell I'm looking for yet. However, it has nice bubbles on top and it looks really airy. And then I like to do something else, and that is tap on the bottom to get that hollow sound, and I get all of that. I think I resurrected my sourdough starter, and I think this is ready to go. I'm gonna bake another bread with this, but I wanted to show you just so that sometimes things happen and you don't know what is gonna happen or why it happened. And what would I have done had the sourdough starter not come back the way it did? As I said earlier in the video, I would have discarded most of it, yes, gasp. And I would have fed it with flour and water and stirred it and kept it in a warm spot, maybe in the Sour House Goldie. My dog is down there and she's making an awful lot of noise. What was I? I would have put it in the Sour House Goldie or in the warm windowsill, not both. So that was definitely too much, and I would have just taken it from there. Sometimes you need to really look at what you have and assess, and then decide what your next step is before you decide that your starter is gone and bad and not usable and not salvageable anymore. And if it had really been cooked to death, like there's nothing left, I would have made another starter, and I'm linking the video up here. I have a really easy method, 5 days in the summer, maybe 10 days in the winter, depending on your kitchen. There's a lot of variables that go into play when you're making a new sourdough starter, but because I have been baking so much with sourdough in my kitchen, I probably would have gotten another starter pretty quickly. And yeah, so just wanted to make that video and show you that even I sometimes make mistakes. I don't know if I want to really call it mistakes, but things do happen to me as well. And I wanted to make that video to, yeah, for you to see that even if we have been making with sourdough and making sourdough starters for decades, these things can happen. So I'm gonna take the takeaways from here and make a mental note to myself. Don't cook your sourdough starter in a warm window in a Sauerhaus Goldie in the warming plate. And make sure you watch it and don't leave your video until the last day. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.